Hello there everybody, this is Graham, also known as the Collector 75. Welcome back to a Transformers KO review. Haven't done one of these for a while, but I've been picking up quite a few KO bits lately. This being one of them. Now this is the, I think, if I get the name wrong, you'll have to bear with me. I think it's the Shadow Emissary Terminus Hexatron something or other. It's the black version of the Mastermind Creations Terminus Hexatron, whatever his name is. I'll put the correct name in the title. Yeah, I can never remember the actual name. So yeah, so it's the black version. I believe the black version would have cost you around £100, give or take. This cost me, with postage, probably about 15 quid, 20 quid. So yeah, that's why I bought it. I mean, I did buy, funnily enough, I did buy a proper version. This is the second edition one. This is the one that's more G1. I know you can't really see it in the thing there, but this is the more G1 looking version of him, and I think it's absolutely amazing. I love the chromed weapons on this guy and the shiny sort of metallic-ish sort of weird paintwork, and the more G1 head. I love it. I think it's a fantastic figure. Yeah, so I actually got that one first, and then I saw this one, like I say, dirt cheap, and I thought, well, do you know what, I quite like it, so, and it's cheap. Now it has been simplified in some areas, probably for the worse if you want my opinion. So obviously it's the black version. Sorry if it doesn't show up too well in my lighting. The only sort of time at the moment I can get to do videos is in the evenings, and obviously so I'm relying on all my lights around me. So doing a black figure probably isn't the best time to do one really, but there we go. But I wanted to do this one. Now, this is obviously him in his space gun mode, whatever you want to call it, handgun. And it's still pretty good made. Now these guns are on the top here, as you can see. They should fit onto two holes that should be there, but they're missing on this version, so you can't put them there. I was hoping they might go into these two holes here, but they're not. That just fits onto that tab there. So you have to put them over here, because what it's supposed to be in this mode, I believe, if I can get them out this hole here, it's supposed to pop here, and then you do get these Cleaver Weapons. This is probably one of the reasons why I got it actually. And then these will fit on top there if you wanted them to. It's all right. I think it looks pretty damn cool as a gun. You can imagine him. I mean, it's no worse than the G1 version of 6-shot. You know, so I can't really fault it really. The handle's pretty good. Right, so now we're going to take him to his space cruiser mode. Now, and it should be quite easy. We just fold up these little wings up here. Let's have a look. They sort of stay around here at the back. So you've got some thrusters. This is supposed to tab in a bit more. It does work pretty well actually. There's a few bits now. You can see these bits here. These are going to be some feet in one of these different modes. On the original version, they're all articulated. Well, at least one of them is. But these is just a block of feet, as you can sort of see there, really. Anyway, right. So then we're going to separate the handle. These are going to become the wings, pretty much like it did on the original G1 version. Now they are supposed to tab in, I think, but it don't. That is supposed to cover up the little wolf head there. There we go. So we turn this back over, and there we have his, pretty much in his space cruiser mode. You can put these guns, which I do like this mode, and you can put these on the wings pretty much like normal. And there we have it. Now you can sort of attach these if you want to the top. So I like these two little bits that they've got here. It's a little fiddly. You can get them in and then just sort of angle them as on the top here. And I do quite like this, but you can get one on, but trying to get this other bloody one on is a bit of a pain, because you just can't seem to manoeuvre every bit into position correctly. I have done it a few times, but at the moment I just sort of want to do it so you can see. Yeah, we'll get rid of that one, but it's a pretty good space cruiser mode. I do like it. I was thinking of putting some Decepticon signs on it somewhere along the line, but I just haven't bothered yet. Right, so now we are going to go to his probably the weakest mode in probably this and the original G1 mode, which is his well, hello. I've never done that before. It's probably because I forgot to do something. Anyway, that sort of fits in there. So Yeah, there we go. There we go. So anyway, yeah, probably in this and his original G1 mode. Is this sort of like, I don't know what they call it, is it carrier mode, something silly mode, I don't know. So anyway, that goes in there like that. It does sort of form like a little grill at the front, radiator grill. I've got my instructions here because this just looks completely balmy, this mode. Right, we're going to turn it over. This is going to become a cockpit. This does fall forward and it does have the little holes for it to tab into, providing it wants to tab together all the way. There we go, that does sort of go into there like that. Then what happens? Take these guns off, like that, and like that. Come here, buggers. That's going to stay closed, that sort of moves all the way to the back. And then we've got to sort of like bring all these out, almost forgot that. Now I do like these, they've got some little extra tab bits, they just fold out. You bring these out, like so. Let's put some good clicking joints on there, and then we're going to rotate this around, pretty much around, and so then we should have these on top. That will click into place. Yep, that's right, we're doing it right so far, according to my instructions. So where does that bit go then? That might just fold straight into there maybe, and that probably folds down. Right, so I had to stop it for a second because this is a bit crazy, this. Right, so anyway, basically they end up looking like this, which is just, I'm not even going to say the word, what it is. I mean, this is obviously a KO, so this doesn't really hold together too well. No, it's supposed to go in there. It doesn't help probably that these joints are all moving under here. If I'm honest, that should go up here and hold into position. This is supposed to close in, and then there's a tab just here that's supposed to tab into there. It doesn't really want to go in too well. As I say, let me show you on this side, right? So I think I've got to push this down. Actually, no, this is going to come up. This little joint goes up here. That folds back onto there. This rotates all the way round. That is going to then tab in there. That's just going to fall off to the side. That's going to go in here somewhere, depending on how you get all these joints. This is going to sort of go up there. Rotate this one like that. This just rotates all the way round. That is going to tab in there if it can be bothered. Yeah, we got a lot of things going wrong with this here somewhere. That just sort of closes up like that. This closes back over that. This needs to come back onto here, which it's fallen off, so we'll just put that over to the side. Now this is his armoured car mode and looks terrible, if you want my opinion. If I was the makers of this, I would have not bothered, if I'm honest, because this just looks absolutely rubbish. Apart from the fact that it's a KO, I don't think the original version is even going to look even much better than this, if I'm honest. Yeah, I mean these wheels do hang down low, but luckily if you're buying a KO, you're never going to put it in this mode because it is awful. It is absolutely atrocious, and there's no getting around that. Anyway, right now we're going to take it to a mode that is slightly better. Right, so here we go. Let's we've got 3 modes down, so let's get it into its next mode, which is one of my favourite sort of mode, which is his tank mode. Now, I have reattached this little panel just over here. Anyway, right, so we're going to work from this front end because I find that a hell of a lot easier. Right, we're going to take these little guns off. Then we are going to move this over here. Now, this does have some interesting little quirks. We're going to close this back up, and I'm just going to, what I'm going to do is put that like that, providing it wants to stay like that, which it probably doesn't, if I'm honest. Just so it takes it out of the way. Now then, what we're going to do next is we're going to open up some panels. I can't remember exactly where they all are. What it is, it's an ingenious way. I can't remember exactly where they are now. It's a very clever way. Oh, there it is, just under there. Right, so we undo this panel here. And this will allow us to That's it. Once we get this one under here as well, and then this, just the section here, swings all the way around, providing you can get it all the way around, and allows this to have a completely different look about it. Well, maybe not completely different, but what it does allow is the treads to be in a different place, so it doesn't look like it's got treads where it should have wheels, for example, and stuff like that. And it actually works quite well, because when I first got this, I tried to transform this without the instructions, and it sort of went a bit wrong, really. I couldn't work out how to align the treads. Then I realised, because obviously I was working off a set of KO instructions, which aren't the best. So anyway, yes, and then I finally obviously figured it out that there was a section there, and it does, like I say, offer a lot of value, and it's a shame the original Generation 1 didn't do that, because that would have been amazing. It would have solved a lot of its issues out. Anyway, right, so then what we're going to do is we're going to rotate some of this stuff around here, and it folds all back into place. See, it aligns all the tracks. So we're just going to rotate this around. Now this joint does rotate around a few times, doesn't really do a lot, just get in there, I think, anyway. Right, anyway, so we've done that, and we're going to open this up. Then we've got to sort these legs out. Now there's a little joint just under here, we've got to separate, and then we've got to start. Oh yeah, there's a joint, there's a opening panel in there, we've got to move, and then we've got to get these out. That's it, then we're going to do this. So then we go back under here, get this panel out, and you just got to sort of like work it out like that. Close that panel back up. Then you're going to, so we're working from the front, so this is going to now attach around here somewhere. That closes in. This foot probably goes back under here. This just hangs around, doesn't do too much, to be honest. You can close that pretty much however you want. Yeah, it's a bit annoying, really. Right, so you're going to then bring these back around. Now, I have been bitten on my blooming elbow, so when I'm leaning on this table, it really hurts. Anyway, right, so these are going to come around to here. As you can see, these form the tracks. Providing you get them in right, this doesn't actually look too bad. Anyway, right, so we've got these like that. Looking at my little picture, I think I've got it right. These then, where do these go? That's right, these separate, and then you're going to want to move these all the way around here. Now, these will tab in to this section on there. So you probably actually want these wheels down that way. So that will tab into there. It doesn't really work too well on this KO. Bring these up, reattach them like this. Actually, no, I like having that under there like that, so that looks a little better. Now, I am rushing this a little, and it's not easy because my son just woke up. Now, that's why I had to stop the camera. So I'm in a bit of a rush to this, probably the size of when you wake up. Right, so anyway, so we've got that, and then we can reattach these. Now these, I do like, because these now attach inside, rather on the original Generation 1. These attach to the outside, I think. I can't remember now. Let's start with this. Maybe this is supposed to go up. That's probably it. Yep, there we go. Right, there we go. So now you can get these guns in here. Like that, and this is his tank mode in its sort of barest form, really. It is one of the better modes, if you want my opinion. I love the little sort of clawed motif on the front there. You've got the tank treads, and you've got these guns. Now you can sort of position the guns downwards, like that. I think it actually looks pretty damn good, if you want my opinion. Yeah, I like it. I do like it. This is one. If I was going to display it, this is one of the modes I would display it in. My original one, anyway. It's pretty good. I just really like it. I do like the tank mode because it just looks menacing. It looks imposing, and it looks like a Cybertronian tank. Yeah, not much else I can say about that, really. Now let's take it to one of its final modes. This is the Winged Wolf mode. I don't have to do too much here. Let me find my picture of it. because it is pretty daft, these instructions. Right, so here we go. Right, so now then you're going to bring this around, you're going to expose this head in here, providing I can get it through this gap. Then you're going to, if you want, I suppose you can close this back up. I can't remember if I'm supposed to or not. Move these wings out, bring this down. Now these are going to separate. That's it, and then you're going to rotate them around. Oh. Yeah, unfortunately, especially because it's a KO, you do end up with a lot of parts just sort of hanging about. It's a bit annoying, really. Then you can bring these sort of feet down. These are going to be, obviously, its hind legs. This is going to be its nice little. I love that wolf head. That is a classic head. You're going to bring these up for a second. Just get these out of the way. Alright, these are going to become its claws now. Like that. Somehow. How's it supposed to look? There you go. That goes like that. Yeah, I think I'm supposed to rotate this around. I'm not going to bother because you know what? I think this looks good enough, to be honest. Like that. Yeah, again, this is, you've got a section here, and that's it, there we go. These bloody guns out of the way. Anyway, right, so you've got this like that, you can rotate these legs back, you've got these wings at the back here. They'll just do whatever the hell they want, really, at the back there. There we go, right, so that sort of separates into that. And there we go, there's his winged wolf mode. You can do what you want with these guns. You can stick them on the side, you can add his cleavers into there as extra little added things. Now this panel is supposed to be on this side. Yeah, it would make it look a little better. Let's just see if I can do that quickly, because you know, it's, I suppose that's how it's supposed to be. It's just that it's bloody fiddly. I can't get my finger out there. There we go. Right, let's rotate this around. There we go. That's it. That'll go into there. That'll open out, go into there, and there we have that. That's a bit better, isn't it? That's how it's supposed to go. There we go. So then you open this one out, open this one out, and get under there. Take it round. Put them all back up. That's it, isn't it? There we go. Now, because this is a simplified version, the wolf head, if I just bring this forward, the mouth does open and close on the original version, but this one is just moulded, but it still looks amazing. This is another great mode I'd display this guy in, because I think this just looks amazing. You just might need to tighten up a few joints. I think it looks good. Oh yeah, you've got to turn that around. I just think it looks brilliant. I love it. I really do love that mode. It is definitely one of my favourites. Right, so let's take this into his final mode, which is obviously his robot mode. And then all we're going to do is stand this little fellow up. These are going to open out. Rotate them around, they become on the inside. Then this opens out. Where's his little feet hanging out? It's in there. Close that little paw, that opens that out. That closes back down. That opens that out. That becomes a heel spur. Like that. Open this panel out again. Rotate this all around, open it out. And there we have, providing you've opened everything out correctly, his robot legs. Now, again, being a simplified version, we do have some, if you look at this guy, some articulation on the heels, or the ankle joints, whatever you want to call. This hasn't got none, so you're out of luck. There. Then we're going to come round to the back here. I'm just going to try and readjust the camera. Like so. You're going to come around to the back here. Let's get this weird little thing out of the way. Let's close this little wolf head back into there. Close this little section up. Rotate this around. Where's his hands gone? I can never remember where his hands are hiding on this guy. They're hanging around here somewhere. I think I've got to open a joint out somewhere. There it is. That's it, come out, there we go. And then we just close that back up. Close that up and around. Oh bloody hell, it's fallen over. Ugh. There we go, let's take that around. How's it go? Yeah, that's pretty much it, isn't it? There we go. Yeah, it's a little bit strange. Right, open that out. Get his bloody hand out. That's it. Come out, you. There we go. That closes up around there. Let's take that around. Take this arm joint around. Fold that back. I take these up. Close them up. Oops, sorry about that. This might be slightly out of shot, but these wings are a pain in the bloody arse. Anyway, let's take these back up and around. That's like that. Open this section out. Rotate that down. Fold the head out. Now the head isn't on any kind of ball joint and it doesn't turn. And the hands, well, let's have a look at those hands. Yeah, I don't know what you'd call those hands. You're not going to really see them too well in my light, unfortunately. But they're just weird. Yeah, they're just weird hands. And there's his head sculpt there. As you can see, it is a good, not bad head, but it's the exact same off the original version of this guy. If you're stuck with this video all the way to the end, give yourself a round of applause, because I know it's been a bit of a atrocious one. But then again, that's what you get with some KO figures. They are sometimes pretty damn bad. You can put these guns in his hands, and that's probably the best place for them, to cover up those hands, because they look bad. Yeah, you can put the cleavers in his hands, I believe, although I've not actually tried doing that. Don't know how. Maybe they go in there. Maybe they don't. Do you know what? Maybe they don't. Maybe they don't actually fit into his hands. No. Good luck getting them in his hands. Anyway, there we go. You can have a gun in his hand. It's all right as a display piece, and if you've got the time to take and display him properly, like when I first got this guy, I took my time displaying him, and I think he looks pretty good. But for if you don't want to pay out for the original one, get this guy. He's cheap at half the price. Yeah, they've compromised in a few places here and there, but you know what? I think it's pretty good. And for what it is, it's still pretty good for 15 or 20 quid. Yeah, no problem. Right, this has been Graham, the Collector 75. Sorry this video has gone on a little bit longer than I thought it was going to, but thank you for sticking with it. As a final thing, let's just stick these two next door to each other. As you can see, it's a good, like I say, it's not been downsized or anything. But this guy is good. I love the box he comes in. The box is amazing. Unfortunately, it is hidden under my bed, so I can't actually get to it at the minute. But believe me, it's a great box. I think it's going cheap at the moment on Kapow Toys, I think. Anyway, right, so, yes, this has been Graham, the Collector 75. I'll see you next time. Bye for now.